So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Creatrix. Welcome to Unacademy. So in these sessions, we are going to start the communication system and you are going to study the communication system like never before. So before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Soni and I have cleared ESC examination 2 times, both times in double digit rank. And I have also served as a Group A Gazetted Officer in Indian Railways and in Indian Telecommunication Services. And I have also cleared a lot of public sector examinations. So right now I'm teaching on Unacademy and I really feel proud to be the part of the Unacademy team, because Unacademy is the revolution in the field of free education and in the field of affordable education, and we as a team are really looking forward for every student to just come onto the Unacademy platform. You can attend the special classes, you can come onto this YouTube channel and you can stay connected with us so that you can understand the quality education and you can understand the efforts that we are putting in, so that every student of this country, whether he stays in a village or he stays in a town, should get the access of the content, that too in a very affordable prices, and he can also or she can also clear the examination with the best possible ranks. So right now I'm teaching on Unacademy with more than 15 million watch minutes in the overall duration and 2 million watch minutes in the last 30 days. So I am right now the top educator in Unacademy across all the branches, having rank 4 right now. And you can also follow me on Unacademy on this particular link. So you can go and follow me on Unacademy. Apart from that, my advice to every student is that how should you crack the examination and what are the components to cracking the examination. So the first question that comes to the mind, that can anyone prepare from the YouTube? Yes, you can prepare from the YouTube, but you should develop or cultivate some habits in yourself. For example, you should be very much disciplined. You should arrange the extra resources. For example, the PDFs you have to arrange, the test series you have to arrange by yourself, and most importantly, that self-discipline you should be containing in yourself, so that you can be very corrective manner and you can approach the examination in the best possible manner. So all these things you have to arrange yourself. The sense of competitiveness you have to cultivate in yourself, because the audience on the YouTube are not that much of competitive in nature, or maybe you cannot feel the competition which is present right now. So all these things are the part of the journey if you want to prepare through the YouTube, or maybe if you want to prepare through the free resources. Apart from that, if you want that you should get complete content, then this is the YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel itself, all the free content are available. You just have to go to the playlist. All the subjects are completed there. You just have to go and watch all the lectures one by one. Definitely will be getting benefited. But the extra things that I have told you, that the self-discipline and the sense of competitiveness and a lot of things you have to arrange by yourself. If you are comfortable in that, then you can do that. Apart from that, you should also have Unacademy learning app, so that the special classes you can attend. A lot of educators in this country are actually providing the special classes, that too absolutely free of cost, so that you can get the quality content in the best possible manner. Apart from that, there is also another component for you, which is Unacademy Plus. So on Unacademy Plus, what is your job? You just have to study. If you join this Unacademy Plus, you do not have to worry about the crash courses, weekly test, doubt solving sessions, the language barrier, rank improvement batches, live classes. So all these things will be taken care by the Unacademy. You just have to take the Unacademy Plus subscription and you have to come on to the Unacademy. You will be daily getting the live classes. You will be getting the crash courses. When you will be getting the crash courses? When the syllabus are completed. You will be getting the weekly test in the form of quizzes. Every fourth class is the doubt solving session, which is the major you can say the component or the major impact will be creating on your studies will be this doubt solving group. Because until and unless your doubts are not being cleared, until and unless you are not able to clear your doubts, you will never get the confidence in the subject. So once you come on to this Unacademy Plus, every fourth class is doubt solving session. Apart from that, various other doubt solving sessions are going on. So ultimately you will be getting your doubts cleared and you will gain confidence in the subject. The language barrier will not be an issue, because the batches will be running both Hindi and in English, and rank improvement batches will also be there. So all these things are the component of this Plus subscription. Once you come on to this Unacademy Plus, you do not have to be worried about your self-discipline, your competitiveness nature. Everything will be present on Unacademy, because a lot of other students will be there. Since the classes will be live, you can also watch it recorded later on. So the discipline automatically comes, because you get the idea that you will be having the daily live classes. Apart from that, there is also one iconic subscription. In this iconic subscription, the game changer is this personal coach. So this subscription is for them who thinks that their basics are weak, or those who are talented but they needs a continuous push. So this personal coach will be guiding you throughout your study. He will be giving you the study planners. You will be getting the study booster sessions. Once you will get the test, you will be getting the analytics. Analytics plays a major role in improving yourself. We as a teacher also get our analytics so that we can improve on the daily basis. So once you start getting the analytics, you will be also improving massively on the daily basis. Apart from that, there will also be the guidance for the mains once you clear the prelims, and there will also be the guidance for the interview once you clear the mains. So once you take the Iconic subscription, all the benefits of the Plus are included by default in this. And if you take the Plus subscription, then also these things will be included in that, though, so that will also create impact in your preparation, so that you just have to study, rest of the things will.
Hello friends, welcome to this lecture of communication system. So in the last lecture we studied about the transformation of random variables. So we discussed two types of transformation. One is monotonic transformation and another one is non-monotonic transformation. And in monotonic transformation we were discussing the linear transformation. So lastly we discussed the linear transformation of uniformly distributed random variable. Now in this lecture we want to study the linear transformation of triangular distributed random variable. So suppose we have a random variable x which is having triangular distribution between minus m to m. So the PDF of this random variable is triangular in nature and it is lying from minus m to m, and we know that the peak value will become 1 by m. So we want to linearly transform it ax plus b. Now in this case also we know that linear transformation does not change nature of the distribution, which means if it is triangular then it will remain triangular. So what I will do, I will put value of x here. So y is also having triangular distribution between, if x is minus m then this point will become minus am plus b, and when x is plus m so the next point will become am plus b. So x has triangular distribution from minus m to plus m, so y will also have triangular distribution from minus am plus b to am plus b. So x had triangular distribution from minus m to m and y is equal to ax plus b. So if I will put x as minus m, so the point of y becomes minus am plus b, and when x is taken as plus m, so this point will become am plus b. Now if x is having triangular distribution from minus m to m, then y will also have triangular distribution from minus am plus b to am plus b. So here it was your PDF of x from minus m to m. This is x, this is fx of x, this value becomes 1 by m. Now in case of the PDF of y, it will have triangular distribution from minus am plus b to am plus b, and the peak value we do not know, so we can calculate the peak value. We know that area under the curve of a PDF is always unity, so you can calculate this distance. This distance comes out to be 2 am, so the area becomes half, base is 2 am, and this height is k, so this becomes 1, and value of k comes out to be 1 by am, so you can satisfy this value of 1 by am. In this case also, if the PDF of x is known, that is, this is the PDF of x from minus m to m, fx of x, versus x 1 by m. And if we need to draw the PDF of x plus a, then we simply need to shift the PDF of x a unit rightwards, so it becomes minus m plus a, m plus a, and this value becomes a, peak value remains 1 by m. Similarly, if I need to draw the PDF of x minus a, so in this case the PDF of x is shifted a unit leftwards, so it will become minus m minus a, m minus a, it becomes y, so the peak value comes out to be at minus a, and this value can be considered as 1 by m. So the basic properties remain same, that upon linear transformation the nature of the PDF does not change, and if any constant value is added in random variable, then their PDF is shifted accordingly. Now let us discuss the linear transformation of Gaussian random variable. Suppose if your x is Gaussian random variable which is having mean of mu x and variance of sigma x square, then the PDF of x can be written as 1 upon under root 2 pi sigma x square e power x minus mu x whole square upon 2 sigma x square. Now we want to transform this random variable x by using this linear transformation. So the PDF of y will become fx of x1 mod of dx1 by dy. So from here you can calculate the value of x. It will become y minus b by a, and x1 can be written as y minus b by a. So dx1 by dy becomes 1 by a. So to calculate fy of y, you need to put fx of y minus b by a multiplied with 1 by mod a. So we know that the PDF of x is 1 upon under root 2 pi sigma x square e power minus x minus mu x upon 2 sigma x square. So to write the PDF of y, we need to multiply it by 1 by mod a, and instead of x we need to put y minus b by a everywhere. So I will write it as 1 by mod a 1 upon under root 2 pi sigma x square e power minus y minus b by a minus mu x whole square upon 2 sigma x square. This mod a can be taken inside, so it can be written as 1 upon 2 pi a square sigma x square e power minus y minus b minus a mu x whole square upon 2 times a square sigma x square. So the PDF of y becomes 1 upon under root 2 pi a square sigma x square e power minus y minus b minus a mu x whole square upon a square sigma x square. We know that if y is equal to ax plus b is written, then mu y can be written as a mu x plus b, and sigma y square can be written as a square sigma x square. So this can be written as 1 upon under root 2 pi. This a square sigma x square can be written as sigma y square e power minus y. This minus b minus a mu x can be written as mu y whole square divided by this a square sigma x square can be written as sigma y square. So you can see that when a Gaussian random variable is linearly transformed, then the nature of the random variable does not change. In this case, x was your Gaussian random variable and it was having the normal distribution with mean mu x and vari x square. when it is linearly transformed by using transformation y is equal to ax plus b, then you can clearly see that the PDF of y is also Gaussian, or you can say that y is also a Gaussian random variable, and y is having normal distribution with mean mu y and variance sigma y square, where the value of mu y can be written as a mu x plus b, and the value of sigma y square can be written as a square sigma x square. So till now we have discussed that linear transformations are not changing the type of distribution, but they can change the mean, the variance, or they can just shift the graph according to the function. So you can say that if linear transformation is taking place, this is your x and it is y is equal to ax plus b. So if x is uniformly distributed random variable, then y will also be uniformly distributed random variable. Similarly, if x is having triangular distribution, then y will also have triangular distribution. If x is having Gaussian distribution, or x is a Gaussian random variable, then y will also be a Gaussian random variable after linear transformation. So these are the summary of the linear transformation. After the linear transformation, obviously the mean and variance changes. So after the linear transformation, if x has mean as mu x and variance as sigma x square, then after the linear transformation, the mean mu y becomes a mu x plus b and the variance becomes a square sigma x square. Now let us do an example. Suppose x is a random variable which is uniformly distributed between 0 and 1. So we need to draw the PDFs of 2x, x by 2, minus x, minus x plus 3, 2x plus 3. So these are the PDFs which I need to plot. So first of all, I will draw the PDF of x. So x is uniformly distributed. So the PDF of x will be fx of x, and the uniform distribution is between 0 to 1. So this is your PDF of x. Then obviously the area should be 1, so this value will become 1. So in first case, the random variable is y is equal to 2x. So here you can say that if x is uniformly distributed between 0 to 1, then 2x will be uniformly distributed between 0 to 2. So first of all, we will make the uniform distribution between 0 to 2 of this particular random variable y. This is y. You can also write it as 2x as a function of y versus y, because y is dummy variable. Now to make its area under the curve 1, I should write here as 1 by 2. In the second case, y is given as x by 2. So we know that if x is uniformly distributed between 0 to 1, then x by 2 will be uniformly distributed between 0 to 1 by 2. So in this case, you can draw the PDF of y. It will be uniformly distributed between 0 to 1 by 2. To make the area at 1, it will become 2. You can also write it as f of x by 2 as a function of y. These y's are dummy variables. Third is y equal to minus x. So you know that x is uniformly distributed between 0 to 1. So minus x will be uniformly distributed between minus 1 to 0. So you can draw the graph of PDF of y. It will be uniformly distributed between minus 1 to 0, and this peak value will become 1. This can also be written as f of minus xy, where y represents the dummy variable. Another example is minus x plus 3. So the fourth example is y is equal to minus x plus 3. So here x is uniformly distributed between 0 to 1. So I will put 0 here. So y becomes uniformly distributed between, if you will put 0 here, the value will become 3, and if you will put 1 here, so the value will become 2. So it is uniformly distributed between 2 to 3. This is the PDF of y. Can be written as f of minus x plus 3y. So you can also notice that you can directly draw the graph of fy of y. The PDF of minus x was obtained and a constant value 3 was added to it. So you simply have to shift the graph of minus x to 3 units rightward. If you will shift the graph of this particular graph or this particular PDF 3 unit rightwards, so this minus 1 point reaches to 2 and this 0 point reaches to 3, and zahir si baat hai, this peak value becomes 1. So in this way you can find out the distribution. And finally, the y equal to 2x plus 3. Here x varies between 0 to 1. So whenever x is 0, y becomes 3. Whenever x is 1, y becomes 5. So if x is uniformly distributed between 0 and 1, so y will be uniformly distributed between 3 and 5. So you can make a uniform distribution between 3 and 5, and this value will become 1 by 2 to make the area unity. You can also write it like this, 2x plus 3y. So in all these cases, what you have to do, you have to just find out the uniform distribution range of x, put the values of x and find out the values of range of y. The nature of the distribution will never change. You just have to find out the range in which y has been distributing itself. Now till now we have studied linear monotonic transformation. In this case, I just want to discuss the non-linear monotonic transformation. The nature is still monotonic. So let us discuss a case of y equal to x cube. So first of all, we will calculate the solution of x, which is x1. So it comes out to be y to the power 1 by 3. So it gives the solution of x in terms of y, and you can see here that it is only a single solution. Now let me make the graph of y versus x. So the graph of y versus x cube comes out to be something like this. Here you can see that as the value of x increases, the value of y also increases, or you can say that it is a monotonically increasing function. And let me discuss the third rule. According to the third rule, we will find the range of x. Here x is varying from minus infinity to infinity, so y equal to x cube will also vary from minus infinite to infinite. So this is the graph of y equal to x cube. Here I will draw the horizontal line of y equal to y, and it is cutting it at a single point, and this single point is nothing but the value of x1. So here also you can say that this is a monotonic function. So till now we have proved that this y is equal to x cube is a monotonic function, but it is a non-linear function. So if the PDF of x is known, which is fx of x, then we have to calculate the PDF of y. We know the formula in case of monotonic transformation is fx of x1 mod of dx1 by dy. So here I can write x is equal to capital Y of power 1 by 3. So I will replace this x as x1 and this capital Y as small y, so it becomes y to the power 1 by 3. Now dx1 by dy becomes 1 by 3 y to the power minus 2 by 3, or I can write it as 1 by 3 y square, sorry, to the power 1 by 3. So you can notice that mod of dx1 by dy will become 1 by 3 times mod of y square to the power 1 by 3. Here y square will always be greater than or equal to 0, and if we will take its cube roots, then it will also become greater than 0. So I can write it as 1 by 3 y square to the power 1 by 3, because mod of positive value remains the positive value. So the term which is present inside the mod is positive. So even if we will not apply this mod, it will remains the y square to the power 1 by 3. So this fy of y can be written as fx of x1, and the value of x1 is y to the power 1 by 3, and mod of dx1 by dx comes out to be 1 by 3 y square to the power 1 by 3. Since this value is positive, so after modulus also this will remain positive. So in this case you can obtain the PDF of y, which is fx of y to the power 1 by 3 upon 3 y square to the power 1 by 3. So as long as function is monotonic, you can always use this result, and we obtained some special results when monotonic function was linear. When it is non-linear, we are not getting any special results, but we just saw the procedure that how to calculate or how to find out the PDF of y after the transformation. Non-monotonic function. So first of all, let us discuss what is a non-monotonic function. Initially we discussed about monotonic function. Now we will discuss about non-monotonic function. Suppose we have any function where x is random variable and the function is y is equal to gx, so it will also be a random variable. So let us discuss what is a non-monotonic function. So here also I am writing some rules. By using these rules you can check whether a function is non-monotonic or not. So first one, you can check that x should have more than one solution in terms of y, which means we should get x1, x2 and so on when we are taking the inverse of y. Secondly, the graph of y equal to gx should be non-monotonic, which means the graph should be increasing in some portion and it should be decreasing in some section. So basically this graph should not be strictly increasing or strictly decreasing, or it should have maximas or minimas, or it should be increasing in some section and in some section it should decrease. Similarly, the third rule, find out the range of y based upon the range of x. Draw a line y is equal to y, which is a horizontal line in the range of y. Then this line should intersect y is equal to gx graph more than once. So you can follow any one of these three rules to identify whether the given function is monotonic or non-monotonic. For example, I am giving you a function y equal to x square. Try to find out whether it is a monotonic in nature or non-monotonic in nature. So first of all, I will calculate the solutions of x. So x here comes out to be plus minus root y, or you can write x1 equal to root y and x2 equal to minus root y. So here you can say that x is having two solutions in terms of y. So this function is non-monotonic. Second, you can judge it by the graph. The graph is something like this. So in this portion, you can see that the nature of the graph is decreasing, and in this particular section the nature of the graph is increasing. So it is not strictly decreasing, not strictly increasing, hence this function represents a non-monotonic function. Third point, you can calculate the range of x is from minus infinite to infinite. So the range of y is equal to x square becomes from 0 to infinite. So this is your function y versus x. I will draw a vertical line from the range 0 to infinite. So I'm drawing the vertical line somewhere here. It is y equal to y. You can see that this particular line is cutting this graph at 2 points, and you can denote these 2 points as x1 and x2. And since the intersection is taking place at 2 points, so it is also representing that this function is non-monotonic function. So how to calculate the PDF of non-monotonic function? So suppose x is a random variable and y is equal to gx represents a non-monotonic function. Now first of all, you need to find out the range of x. Then you need to define the range of y. Now calculate solutions of x in terms of y in given range. So for example, if it is having solutions as x1, x2, x3 and so on. So the PDF will become fx of x1 mod of dx1 by dy plus fx of x2 mod of dx2 by dy plus fx of x3 mod of dx3 by dy and so on. So in this manner you can calculate the PDF. So now I just want to give some prototype or some template how to calculate the PDF of non-monotonic function. So steps to calculate PDF of non-monotonic function. So in step 1, decide the range of x and y. So this is your function, y is a function of gx. So in step 1 you should decide the range of x and y. In step 2 you should draw PDF of x and y is equal to gx graph simultaneously. Then in step 3 you should draw the line y is equal to y, which is a horizontal line in between the range of y. And finally the intersection of y is equal to y with y is equal to gx will give x1, x2 and so on. And in the last step directly apply the formula, which is fx of x1 mod of dx1 by dy plus fx of x2 mod of dx2 by dy and so on. So in the step 1 you can also calculate, after calculating the range, the solutions of x in terms of y in the given range. So you can also calculate this particular point in step 1 also. So this you can calculate either in step 1 or you can calculate in step 4. So these are the 5 steps. You have to decide the range of x and y in first step, and you can also obtain the solution of x in terms of y at this point only. Now you have to draw the PDF of x and y is equal to gx graph simultaneously, which means you should draw these two graphs upside down. In third step we will draw a line y is equal to y in the given range of y, and intersection of y is equal to y will give you again the solutions needed. After that finally you can apply the formula. So let us try to solve a question, then onwards we can have some basic idea about how the conversion takes place. Now this is the problem given. In this problem it is saying a random variable x is uniformly distributed between -1 to 1 and it is being transformed by using relation y is equal to x square. So first of all, this random variable x is uniformly distributed between -1 to 1 or I can say that it can take values between -1 to 1. Now y is equal to x square, so the y will take values from 0 to 1. So this is the step 1. In step 2, you should in the step 1 only, you can also calculate the possible solutions of x. So x is here plus minus root y, and you can write x1 is equal to root y, x2 is equal to minus root y. So you have obtained the solutions of x1 and x2. So in step 2, we need to draw the PDF and graph. So this is your PDF of x, in which it is uniformly distributed between -1 to 1. So this value becomes 1 by 2. Here I will draw y versus x graph. So we know that x is existing between -1 and 1, but y is existing between 0 and 1. So the graph will be something like this. This point is -1 to 1, this is 0, and this value will be 1. So here your x is lying between -1 to 1, but y is lying between 0 to 1. So the range of x is between -1 to 1. So the range of y will become 0 to 1. And in the range of y, that is this range 0 to 1, we need to draw a horizontal line of y is equal to y, and you can see that it is intersecting it at 2 points. So this point can be considered as x1, and this point can be considered as x2. If I will drag this point upward, then this point becomes x2, and if I drag this point upward, this point becomes x1. So this is x1, this is x2. Now here the value of x1 we have already decided as root y, and value of x2 we have already decided as minus root y. So we need to apply the formula here. The formula of PDF of y is fx of x1 mod of dx1 by dy plus fx of x2 mod of dx2 by dy. So first of all, you need to calculate the value of PDF at x1 and x2. So from here you can see that at x2 the value of this PDF is 1 by 2. So you can write it as 1 by 2 mod of dx1 by dy plus value at x1 is also 1 by 2. So it becomes 1 by 2 mod of dx2 by dy. So the formula of PDF transforms to 1 by 2 mod of dx1 by dy plus 1 by 2 mod of dx2 by dy. Here x1 is root y, so dx1 by dy comes out to be 1 by 2 root y, and after taking modulus it remains 1 upon 2 root y, because y is between 0 to 1, and between 0 to 1 the under root value will always be positive. Similarly, x2 is minus root y, so dx2 by dy will become minus 1 upon 2 root y, and after taking the modulus it becomes 1 upon 2 root y. So the PDF of y can be written as 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 root y plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 root y, or finally it comes out to be 1 by 2 root y, where y is lying between 0 to 1. So in this manner you can calculate the PDF when the transformation is non-monotonic in nature. So let me solve another example so you will have some clear idea. In this case it is saying that x is a random variable which is uniformly distributed between minus pi to pi. So the PDF of this random variable will become something like this. It is uniformly distributed from minus pi to pi. This is 1 upon 2 pi. So first of all we will perform the step 1. Step 1, we know that it is given that y is equal to cos x. So it can be written as y is equal to cos x. Here x is lying between minus pi to pi. So obviously the y will lie between minus 1 to 1. So here we have obtained the range of y. So we have to obtain two solutions of x. So we know that y is equal to cos x, and we can also write it as y equal to cos minus x. So from here you will get x equal to cos inverse y, and here you will get x equal to minus cos inverse y. So the value of x1 in this case comes out to be cos inverse y, and the value of x2 comes out to be minus cos inverse y. And here I am choosing the negative value of x because x is lying between minus pi to pi. So if x is lying between minus pi to pi, then one value of x will be positive, another value of x will be negative. Now let's move on to the second step. In the second step we will draw the PDF and y is equal to x graph side by side. So here it is giving y is equal to cos x. So at minus pi the value will be minus 1. So the graph will start something like this. Exactly at 0 it will be plus 1, and at pi it will again become minus 1. So this value is 1 and this value is minus 1. So this range is minus pi, this is also pi. So in this case, as x is varying from minus pi to pi, y is changing from minus 1 to 1. So we need to draw a horizontal line of y in the range minus 1 to 1. So you can see it is intersecting it at 2 points, and if this point is x1, then this point is x2, and you can clearly see here that if x1 is x, then x2 has to be minus x. Now if I will drag my x1 on upward side, so upon dragging it becomes x1. Here also if I drag it, this point becomes x2. So this point is x1 and this point is x2. Now I will use the formula of PDF of y. It becomes fx of x1 mod of dx1 by dy plus fx of x2 mod of dx2 by dy. Here we have to calculate the value of PDF at x1. Sorry, this is x2. This is x1. So if we'll calculate the value at x1, you can see that at x1 the value of the PDF is 1 upon 2 pi. So it will become 1 upon 2 pi mod of dx1 by dy plus value of PDF at x2 is also 1 upon 2 pi. So it becomes 1 upon 2 pi mod of dx2 by dy. So the PDF comes out to be 1 upon 2 pi mod of dx1 by dy plus 1 upon 2 pi mod of dx2 by dy. In this case, x1 was cos inverse y, so dx1 by dy becomes 1 upon under root 1 minus y square, and after taking mod it becomes 1 upon under root 1 minus y square. Similarly for x2, it is minus cos inverse y, and mod of dx2 by dy also comes out to be 1 upon under root 1 minus y square. So I will put these values here. It becomes 1 upon 2 pi under root 1 minus y square plus 1 upon 2 pi under root 1 minus y square. So the PDF of y becomes 1 upon pi under root 1 minus y square, and here the y is existing between minus 1 to 1. So in this way you can calculate the PDF of non-monotonic functions.
So hopefully we have understood every concept in this class. If you have any doubt in any concept, you can let me know in the comment section. I'll try to resolve that thing. Apart from that, you can also follow me on various social media platforms. For example, you can join this Telegram group where you will be getting important notification, important updates. This is Telegram group where you can also comment, you can ask your queries, or maybe you can also suggest me for the improvement. Apart from that, this is my Unacademy profile. On this Unacademy profile, you should also follow me so that you can get the important updates of the Unacademy also, right? And this is the Notion page. You just have to type this tiny.cc/VishalGate. So you will be redirected to a page where all the special classes are arranged very systematically. तो मैंने बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स पे स्पेशल क्लास ले रखी है. फॉर एग्जांपल नाइक्विस्ट, फूरियर सीरीज, latches and flip flop, double integrations, okay, lot of things are there. So you will be getting all these concepts absolutely free of cost. You just have to type this in your URL. You will be redirected to that page and attend these lectures one by one. You will be getting a next level confidence in these topics that I can guarantee you. Now this is the Notion page of your YouTube, on which you will be getting the links of the YouTube. Apart from that, you will be also getting the PDFs of that particular lecture. So this is very important for you, and just you have to type http://bit.ly/gatelive. So gatelive, you just have to type it in the capital so that you can access all the lectures link and PDF arranged systematically. So if you want to attend or you want to clear the examination with the free resource, then this is the channel for you. This is the best recorded videos which has been ever made. You just have to go to that lecture, just click the link and download the PDF and start studying systematically. So we have also done this for you so that any student, whether he is sitting any part of this country, should not face the difficulty in cracking the examination, whether he can afford or he cannot. Now if you can afford, then the subscription prices are not something which you cannot pay. It is very nominal amount which you can pay, and you can just avoid all the distractions, all the time wastage which we will be doing in downloading those PDFs, arranging them, arranging for the test series, and a lot of other things that you have to arrange, doubt solvings you have to arrange by yourself. If you want to avoid all those distractions in a very nominal amount, so you can go for the Unacademy Plus subscription. For 12-month subscription, you have to pay only 74 rupees per day. Apart from that, for 18-month subscription, which is the best possible subscription, you have to pay 63 rupees per day. It is even lesser than the pizzas that you order on your home. So it is that much of amount that can shape your career, that can give you the best possible rank in the examinations under the guidance of the best teachers of the country, which has been right now placed on the Unacademy. Now 24-month subscription will cost you 54 rupees per day. So these subscription amounts will give you the subscription for the desired period. Apart from that, if you are using this code, you just have to remember this code, write my name, write GATE after it. You can also write ESC after it. So you have to write my name and write ESC after it. So any one of these code, once you apply, you will be immediately getting the 10% discount. You will be getting all the features of the Unacademy. You will be getting the guidance of all the teachers present on Unacademy, and everything you will be getting that is needed to crack the examination once you are using this code. So if you think we are working hard, we are giving our best content, we are giving the free content absolutely for you guys, and everything that is needed for every student to crack the examination. So never forget to use this code whenever you are taking the subscription. So this code is very important and you have to use every time you are taking the subscription. Now those who are interested for the prices, total price amount, so let me tell you, total price is 27,225 for 12 months, 34,650 for 18, and for 24 months it is 39,600. You can also pay this by using zero cost EMI. Zero cost EMI can be paid by credit card and debit card. In debit cards there are only Bajaj and HDFC as of now available. Okay, so this zero cost EMI means you do not have to pay anything extra, any interest is not you should not pay, and you have to pay this much of amount on the daily basis if you are looking for the zero cost EMI option. Apart from that, if you are coming for Iconic subscription, so Iconic mein I have already told you that your personal coach will be the game changer. He will be he will be basically following you to give you the guidance so that you can get the success in a very short span of time. So he will be following you, he will be pushing you every time. Now once you use this coupon code, this will be costing you around 45,225, and if you are using this coupon code, write my name, date after it, you will be getting the 24-month subscription of Iconic in 66,600 rupees. Fine. Apart from that, every one of you should follow this GATE aspirant group, and there also some important notification always comes. Now what are the YouTube channels that you should immediately subscribe? This Creatrix, this is the channel on which you are present. This is Unacademy GATE questions, where previous year questions has been solved by the educators. So you'll be getting all the previous year questions video solution apart from the PDF also. This is the Electrical Junction channel, where you will be getting the important concepts of EC and electrical. And this is Engineering Pathshala, where you will be getting some practical aspect of the videos, some animated videos that will enhance your ability to think. So these are the channels which you should immediately subscribe so that you can get a better content. Fine. Now these are my some YouTube videos which I have created for you. In all of these videos will give you some motivation, guidance, content, and some strategy. So these are hand-picked videos. You can immediately follow these videos. Okay. So thank you so much. And those who are coming on this channel, immediately share all the content which is present on this channel. We are working very hard for you guys. So this is your responsibility that you should share this channel. You should subscribe this channel. Also share the link of this channel, link of the videos, link of the educator whom you follow, so that every student who is needy, they can come onto this channel and they can get the best possible rank. So all the best everyone. Let's crack it.